Colonel Retired Joseph Gichui King'ori was a United Nations military observer who was present when a key town in Bosnia, Srebrenica, was captured by Serbian Serb forces in July of 1995. Colonel King'ori testified in the trial of Ratko Mladic, a Bosnian Serb former military officer who was later found guilty of crimes against humanity and sentenced to life imprisonment. His account of the Srebrenica massacre on Military Tales.
When Col Joseph King'ori was selected to go to Yugoslavia in October of 1994, he did not anticipate what the future would look like.
As a military observer, they are different from the normal fighting force because you don't go there armed. You go there just with your pen and book. But of course, you gotta go a certain course to make sure that you don't do what you are not supposed to do.
Col King'ori was among 3 Kenyans from the armed forces that was sent into the war-torn Yugoslavia.
And Bosnia itself was very volatile. And the place I was posted was called Srebrenica, deep in the forest, and where fighting was continuous.
Yugoslavia was now going through a series of political upheavals and conflicts, a period of political, economic crisis and war.
After the death of the then president of Yugoslavia, who was called Joseph Broz Tito, after he died, the republics there that formed Yugoslavia decided to break. But then they were told, why break? They talked with each other and they agreed they should not break, but they should have a rotational presidency. So the one who started was from Serbia. After he finished his 5 years, he decided not to leave. And so these others tried to force him to leave.
In July of 1995, Bosnian Serb units overran the Dutch UN protection zone at Srebrenica and demanded openly that all Muslims leave Srebrenica.
They came in and they came over up to the compound and they requested to talk to us, and we went out there, we talked. We agreed that they are not going to harm those people who are inside there. But later on, they started separating men from women. Yeah, they left the women inside there, but the men and the bigger boys, they were taken and they kept them in a compound. By that time, the UN is deciding on how to evacuate these people, because we were discussing with them and they were telling we are preparing. We sent vehicles on this day to pick those people, to take them to another area in Croatia.
General Ratko Mladic, the general of the Serbian army, declined and offered to transport them himself.
After we told the UN system about that, they said no, we are going to pick them ourselves. We told Mladic the same, and he said no, I'm in charge here, so I'm going to take them. Later on, the UN agreed, let them take them. And they took the women first towards Tuzla. And they later on said, now we are taking the men towards Tuzla. Fortunately, the men never reached the destination. And we didn't know when we were inside there. Because when the men were taken, the last bunch was taken, we had to leave the whole UN. That is, us as military observers and also the Dutch battalion. We had to leave that area.
The Bosniak men and boys had been murdered and buried in a mass grave.
We were told that in a way that we could not believe it, because some of them, we knew them. Like myself, I really felt it. I knew many of them, and they were good people.
It was then declared a massacre, having killed more than 8,000 Bosniak men and boys in and around the town of Srebrenica during the Bosnian War.
And ICC, International Criminal Court, organized itself, and cases started against the Serbs who could have done that. and especially the military, the Serbian army. And I was called to go to write a statement. In fact, I didn't go to The Hague that time. The lawyers requested to come and discuss it with me here in Nairobi.
That was the first of a series of testimonies that Col King'ori would give.
And I went to The Hague to give evidence against General Krstić.
Throughout the course of his case, Col King'ori traveled severally to The Hague, even after his retirement from the military.
In between, he had even gone to give evidence against their president.
The UN Criminal Tribunal eventually indicted more than 20 people for their involvement in the Srebrenica massacre.
General Krstić, I think he was jailed for, 30 years or something like that. General Ratko Mladic actually was jailed recently for life. The president of Serbia at that time also was taken to the court, to The Hague. When I was just about to go and give evidence against him, and I was cleared, I was ready to go there, the guy killed himself in the cells.
For Prime Edition, Amnesty Imano.